Hello everyone! Hi guys, my name is Audrey. We are just going to wait a few minutes to let everyone join in. Go ahead right below, let me know if you can hear me, and let me know that the quality is okay and everything like that. And also, of course, tell me where you are from, as I love making friends from around the world. Hello! Okay, I see we have a few people on here. We'll just give it a few more minutes. But go ahead, post where you are from, if you are TEFL certified, if you're in the middle of becoming TEFL certified. Tell me where you guys are at. Okay, I see a few people. Let me know. Can you all hear me okay? Hey Audrey, yes, I could hear you fine. Quality is great. I'm from South Africa. Thank you so much for that. You answered all my questions. All right, working okay, good. I'm glad to see that everything is working nicely. Go ahead. Oh, just got certified today. Congratulations, that's so exciting. Very exciting. Hello, Georgia. Jonathan from South Africa. Living in the Netherlands, but I'm from Brazil. Oh, the Netherlands, always wanted to go there. Hello from Humboldt, CA, working on my certificate. Justin, I am from Petaluma, California. Very funny. That's kind of, we're in the same neck of the woods. However, I'm in Italy now. So just going to go ahead and see a bit more. I see a ton of South Africans. Hello, hello. Alrighty, guys. UK working on certificate. Very good, very good. Okay guys, I am going to go ahead and get started. Can hear you perfectly from South Africa, currently halfway through the course. Whoop, whoop. Okay guys, now today we are going to go ahead and have a Q&A. Julie, hello Julie. We are going to go ahead and have a Q&A and talk a little bit about teaching abroad and teaching online, because I have done both. So my name is Audrey. I am known as Travel Rich Money Poor on Instagram. I go ahead and I post little teaching things on there and all about my TEFL journey. So if you guys want, you can always feel free to follow me at Travel Rich Money Poor. Anyways, let's get into it. So, as I said, my name is Audrey. I am a 23-year-old from California in the USA. However, I have been living in Italy for the past 2 years. So originally, I was an au pair. I came to Italy when I was 21. It was kind of like I was taking a break. I left working 3 jobs, 24 hours around the clock. I left a crazy, crazy life to have some fun as an au pair. And I absolutely fell in love with Italy. So being an au pair is when you teach children, your host children, English, or you teach them whatever their desired language is. So I taught these host students, my host siblings, English, and I fell in love with it. I had always loved being around children. I was a camp counselor. I volunteered as a teacher's aide. I did many things with children throughout my whole entire life. And I just really loved teaching English. And what was even more amazing was they were teaching me Italian. So I was learning how many opportunities I had from learning a second language. So that's the reason I became a TEFL teacher. So I became a TEFL teacher because I wanted to give someone the opportunities that learning a second language gave to me. So I am now living in Italy. I know Italian, and I decided I wanted to take my time with my host kids to a next level. I wanted to help more than just 2 host kids. I was with them for a year. It was amazing, but it was time, and I decided I wanted to live my life here in Italy. So I went ahead and I got my TEFL with Ida TEFL. I did the level 3 120-hour course, as I already had experience, and that was perfect for me. Of course, Ida has many different course types. So if you are interested in finding a course that is best for you, what I would recommend doing is going onto their website, looking at all the different courses and what's included in them and everything like that, because they have many different courses that work for every person. Then once I was qualified, I started teaching at a bilingual school in Milan, Italy. It was great. I loved it. It was good for the moment. And then COVID hit. Oh no! So COVID hit Italy February 24th of last year, of 2020, and everything kind of closed down in a day. We found out about it on a Sunday, and that night I was notified by my boss that we were closed for at least a week, and then after that we were closed, until things cleared. So with that being said, we transferred online. I was a kindergarten teacher, so I was doing Skype lessons with my kindergartners. I was sending homework packets home, everything like that. Then, the hours kind of started going down, which is normal. You can't spend, 8-hour days online with kindergartners. It just doesn't work. Angela, you're in Italy. Hello. We are probably neighbors. And so then I transferred into teaching English online. I signed up for a company and things are going great with them. So let's go ahead and talk about, TEFL teaching abroad. It's an absolutely amazing thing. I think it's a great experience if you are a person that loves traveling, wants to learn about a new culture, wants an adventure. Of course, in this moment, it's a little different. So I chose to switch over to online. But let's go ahead and talk about the cool things about teaching abroad. The cool thing about teaching abroad is you are also immersed in a different culture. So I was with Italian students who, yes, did speak Italian to me at points. So I was able to learn Italian. I was able to, learn their holidays, their traditions, everything like that. I ate lunch with them, so I was eating Italian food constantly, everything like that. So for teaching abroad, usually you need, of course, a TEFL. The level is going to depend, and each country is going to have a different requirement. So here in Italy, I cannot work at a public school because I was not qualified through the Italian education system. However, I was able to teach in private schools because private schools hire teachers themselves, whereas public schools, teachers were assigned to each school. So it's fine, no problems. I had many job offers, and I started working at that school. For my visa, it's also going to be different for every country. So my visa started off as a student visa. I was going to Italian school, and when I wasn't at Italian school, I was teaching, and it worked perfectly fine. It's of course going to depend where you're from, because I know Canadians and Australians, they're allowed to come over to Italy and have a working holiday visa. But for Americans, that's not a thing. So I came over here and did a school visa, started working, and now I have a family motives visa. So I am able to work on that. So your visa process is going to be different for each country. So are the requirements. Some places will want a degree, some places will want a level 5 over a level 3. It's really going to depend. However, it is more than possible to go around the world to any amazing place and find a TEFL job. I can promise you that. So my school I was with kindergarteners before I was with elementary school, and then I moved down to kindergarten to help them out. I was their full-time English teacher. So my Italian students only had a couple hours of Italian each week. Besides that, they were with me the whole entire week. So I was working about 40 hours at the school. It was a great start. And I thought, I'll be able to travel all the time on weekends. It will be great. Well, it was great, but I didn't really get to travel as much as I want to. As you could tell from my Instagram handle, it's travel rich, money poor. I am all about going around the world and traveling. So I thought I would be able to travel a bunch. However, I worked pretty much 8 a.m. Monday till 5 p.m. Friday. So with that being said, I would take the 5 a.m. flight on Saturday to whatever country I was going to, and take the 5 a.m. flight home on Monday and get on the bus and go straight to school. So it was a bit of a crazy situation. So with COVID, with the traveling restrictions, everything like that, and with me just deciding that, you know, I'm a traveler. That's why I live abroad. I really want to go and explore. In America, you could travel to different states. However, here in Europe, you travel, you're in a different country with a different language, a different culture. I am here to experience, of course, the world. So I decided once COVID hit and my job was kind of not in person anymore, it was just different. So I decided it was my time to hop online. Keep in mind, I absolutely loved my time in the school. There are always going to be pros and cons to both working in school, in person, and working online. That's always going to be a thing, no matter what job you have. So now let's go ahead and do a quick bit of a Q&A for teaching abroad, and then we could go ahead and switch into teaching online. So if you guys have any questions, go ahead and write them below. I'm going to peek through, so if I'm not talking for a minute, bear in mind, I will be with you. So a lot of times I am saying where people are from. Okay, Okay, now another great thing is TEFL is coming out with a new department who is focused all on job placements. So that is a great thing. They also have their sister website, lovetefl.com, I think. Hold on. Victoria, help me. She will link it below. But Love TEFL is amazing. They put up a bunch of jobs. They put up internships, everything like that. So if you need help finding an in-person job, of course it might be a little tricky right now, but it is definitely possible. Let's go ahead, keep saying. Sorry guys, covered my camera. Interested in teaching online, but don't know where to start. Okay, we'll get to that in a minute. I love teaching online. Whatever you do. Okay, from Italy. Lived in Rome. Now after 26. Wow, you live in Rome. Okay, I live up on Lago Maggiore. I know I did not say that in an Italian accent, but you understand. Let's go ahead, keep on working. Unfortunately, agents employ native speakers mostly. People do have native speakers. However, there are also companies that do not hire just native speakers. For example, you could try companies such as Preply. You could teach for something like italki, Cambly for the adults section. There's a lot of different things. One thing I have noticed that is great about not being a native speaker is you also have the advantage of working even in your country and tutoring people privately. So that is another thing that I did when I was here in Italy. Not much anymore because of lockdowns, but beforehand I did private tutoring, and that was great. I had many people wanting to have me as their tutor. So that's something that's cool. If you aren't a native speaker, you are able to teach people that maybe need more communication in the beginning in their native language first until they grasp the amount of English where they can move forward. So trust me, it's not only a job for native speakers. The TEFL certificate has given me endless opportunities. So it's things like I am working online, I've worked abroad, I've created my own prop packet, I now coach teachers to help them get on platforms. I do many things. I do things with eye to eye. There are endless opportunities with the TEFL certificate, which is really cool. So I'm going to keep on going. How will things change for the UK's post-Brexit? We really don't know the situation here in Italy. We still have UK citizens that are working and living here. It's not nailed down. So Kate, I would just try to probably read online as much as you can from the government, because even here in Italy, we're still kind of up in the air with what's going on. Was there ever a moment teaching in school you thought, I'm good enough to do this? Joe, you're always going to have a moment with any career that you're in. You're always going to have self-doubt at some point. So you can't let that self-doubt or that one moment ruin the rest of your day, the rest of your career, that's this and that. You know, you have to decide, okay, that moment, dang, I didn't nail it. How can I change it and how can I go about it different? You know, especially when sometimes there's little kids that, you know, they don't understand English as their first language, or they just can't express themselves the way that they would if they could say it in Italian. There's always going to be that moment, and you know, you just have to work through that with them. But even with any job, when I was a hairstylist, when I was a teenager working in a hair salon doing reception, there's always been a moment where I'm like, oh goodness, you know, it's just kind of how it is. Hopefully the light's okay in here, guys. Sorry about that. Okay, still going down. How do you find a school to work at? Is there a place you can sign up, or do you apply individually? So when I started working in Milan, or started looking for schools in Milan, I literally went on Google. I said, bilingual schools in Milan, or English schools in Milan, language schools in Milan, and I emailed each one personally. I had quite a few come back in accepted for the next part of the interview, stuff like that. So there are parts where you can do it online in your home country and then go there. For me, I was already in the country that I desired to work in, and so I just started sending things off. Our sister company is lovetefljobs.com. There it is. Thank you, Victoria. Okay, let's keep on looking. Sue, that's an amazing thing. It says that she's interested in working for refugees and asylum seekers. That is something that it's possible you can do. I have no experience for that. So what I would do is probably reach out to their coordinators and then be able to chat through that outlet. I think that would be a good idea. Okay, hold on, going through. Is it difficult to get your first TEFL job without experience? Okay, here is my biggest secret. So I have chatted about this before in a few other webinars I've done with I TEFL. What you need to do on your CV if you have no experience, think back. Think about, did you ever have experience with children? You know, camp counselor, soccer coach, babysitter. Did you ever have a job where you taught someone something else? Manager, assistant manager, you know, stuff like that, and use that to your advantage. My CV before, I had literally babysitter, camp counselor, au pair, manager of a hair salon, and teacher's aide. That was good. But if you don't have experience, think about what you have done in life that can give you experience in some sort of outlet. It might not be teaching English, but if you taught your colleagues how to do something within your job, that's still a teaching job. So if you guys ever have any questions, you could also reach out to TEFL. They have a great support staff, or if you would like, you could always reach out to me, DM on Instagram, Travel Rich Money Poor. Just reach out, say hello. But no matter what, we will get you guys ready to feel confident for your job. Now, let's go ahead and see. Okay. Someone is terrified to leave your comfort zone. Don't be. Of course, it's a little scary. For me, I moved abroad. I planned on being in Italy for a year. I did 3 months as an au pair, then a year in language school, decided I loved it. I stayed here, And of course, COVID hit, so I haven't seen my family in 2 years, but I absolutely love this experience, and you'll only regret the decisions you didn't take. So if you decide that teaching abroad isn't for you, you can move back home and teach online. It's not a wasted certificate. Okay. Yes, Angela, I'll get into online teaching. Just want to see the little things. So what happened, the biggest struggles teaching abroad? The biggest struggle teaching abroad, I would say, is most places want you to be in their country so that they can interview you in person. Of course, some things are online. They're doing online interviews now. However, I would say the biggest challenge of teaching abroad is, getting yourself to the place, whether that be you take a vacation there first, interview with schools, and then once you get accepted, you move there, whatever that may be. Biggest challenge for teaching online might be the time zone you live in. Teaching online is very easy to get started in. However, you might have to do like midnight to 3 a.m. It just depends on your time zone. Where can you get ideas for introduction videos? Okay, this is starting to look more so into remote working, which makes sense because of the times. Okay, hold on guys, let me just go down to the bottom. Okay guys, so now let's go ahead, hold on, let me move my light closer to me. Let's go ahead and chit chat about working online. So, as you know, before I worked in a kindergarten in a language school. Then COVID hit, I transferred online, and honestly, I love it. Everybody is going to have their own opinion, whether they like brick and mortar, they like being in person, or whether they like being online. Personally, I absolutely love being online. It gives me a flexible schedule. I get to pick the days, the times that I work. It gives me the option to, when COVID's over and I could fly to America and see my friends and family, I could pick up my iPad, go, not have to worry about taking a month off, losing my job, anything like that, So let's go ahead and talk a little bit more about online. So as you know, I started online because of COVID. How did I get started? So I just kind of plunged into it. So I had heard about teaching online. I didn't really think it was a possibility. It kind of just seems like one of those jobs like you don't think is real, but it's very much real. So I actually went onto my Instagram page and I just reached out to my friends because I had au pair friends, and usually with au pairs you have teaching friends as well and stuff like that. And they said, hey, what about this website? You would actually be a perfect teacher. Have you ever thought about Palfish? And I was like, the funny thing is I had started my application, but I was just kind of waiting for the moment to make the jump because just like all of you, I was scared in the beginning. So I ended up finding my job. It took me a week to get through the full application. So you do basic information, and then you do a mock interview, which is like a mock class. Then you do a little quiz, and then you're accepted. Now they've added a part, which I think is great, where you have to do lesson preparation, so teacher training. With that, the job requirements, this is for where I work, guys. So I work at Palfish. I'm just talking about my personal experience. So everyone's going to have a different experience with their TEFL teaching. Let me get a drink of water because I've had a sore throat. Sorry, guys. Okay. I have re-watered myself. I was teaching all day, so my throat gets a little sore and it's freezing cold out. So, the job requirements for Palfish is you have to be from UK, Ireland, America, Canada, New Zealand, Australia. Those are who they accept. So with that, I had to have that, and I had to have a TEFL certificate. I did not have to be a degreed teacher. Let me say that again. I have no degree. I've never had a degree, and honestly, I have no interest in getting a degree in this point of time. So I work with Palfish. Their requirements are your TEFL, TESL, CELTA, whatever certificate you have. I have eye-to-eye TEFLs, level 3, 120 hours, and then you have to be from a native speaking country. Then, that's pretty much it. That's all. Then you have to pass the interviews, and if you pass the interviews, you're good to go. For other teaching companies, some companies are going to want you to work a set schedule, a set amount of hours each week. Some companies are going to want a degree, some aren't. Honestly, there are so many TEFL teaching companies out there. There are so many teaching companies out there. Not just for China or for Asian countries, but for Europe, for Russia, for all over the world. So every company is usually going to have a different requirement. However, with that being said, there's also unlimited jobs, meaning you will get a job. It just might take you some time to dig through all the companies and find the one that works for you. So I'm going to hop into the benefits of teaching online, and then we're just going to go ahead and chit chat, have a Q&A. I'll go through all the questions again, help each and every one of you out if I can, and we'll just kind of see where the live takes us. So what are the benefits of teaching online? There are, of course, benefits. One, you don't have to commute. So one thing about my bilingual school, I had to commute an hour and a half each way. So that's 3 hours of a commute a day. That was hard. Now I walk 3 seconds into the other room and boom, I am teaching. Then another thing, I work from home. I don't have to leave the house. It's nice because my work wasn't affected due to lockdowns and COVID. And now, I also get to pick flexible hours. So in the beginning, when COVID first started and when I first started on Palfish, I really wanted to prove myself to the company. So I was working all hours of the day. I was working, I started at 12 a.m. midnight and worked until 4 p.m. I was doing a crazy amount of hours. But with online, you don't have to do that. I am a workaholic. Just in case you didn't know, if you've watched my other eye-to-eye webinars, you probably know. I'm a workaholic, so when it first started, I was working 45-hour weeks. Now I work more 25 to 30-hour weeks. It all depends, student cancels, how many days I work, So that's a great thing. I'm flexible. If I want to work a ton, I can work a ton. If I don't want to work a ton, I close my schedule and I just don't have students. And then another nice thing, like I said, I get to go and hop over to America or to any country and teach. So now let's go ahead and get into the Q&As because I felt like I've told you enough about my experience. Just so you guys know, like I said, whether you are a native speaker, whether you are non-native speaker, whether it's abroad or online, there is a job for you. You can even not do TEFL teaching if that doesn't work for you in this moment. You can make great connections such as working at a school, but maybe it not be for English teaching. There are endless opportunities. There can even be things such I'm doing. Now I'm coaching teachers. I'm doing prop packets. I'm partnering with eye-to-eye TEFL. There's a million things you could do with a TEFL certificate. So I am going to go ahead and go through all the questions. Okay, sorry guys. I'm going to be weirdly staring into the screen. Okay, I think, okay, let's go over here. How do you source work online? So I work for a company. However, also, Angela, if you are from the UK and you live in Italy, what I did, or what any of you could do, is I typed in the city I live in. Most every city has a Facebook group now, and I posted in a Facebook group. I said, hi, my name's Audrey. I am a teacher at a bilingual school in Milan, and I would love to do some tutoring on the side. If anyone is interested, here's my information. Boom, all of a sudden it went from 0 to 13 people in 2 days. A bit crazy. Now, which course would I need to work online? That is going to depend on who you want to teach, adults, children, what the company needs, if you're a native speaker, if you are not. It's going to depend on a few things. Like I said, go on TEFL's website and look around into the information on each course. Marina, I have only worked for Palfish, so that's the only person the only company I could recommend. With that being said, there are other great companies. I have friends who work for Cambly for the adult section. They love it. I have friends who work for VIP Kid. They like that. So it's just my personal experience. I love Palfish. I have been there since March 24th. I've taken about a month off, broken down into holidays, and I just hit 1,150 hours. So I have very good, student retention. I have over 40 regular students that I see multiple times a week, and it works for me. I adhere to their rules and know their rules, and it works, but hey, it might be different for you. You might say, I want to teach adults. So Marina, I can say Palfish. If you guys have any more in-depth questions about Palfish, if you want to start teaching, you could reach out to me at Travel Rich Money Poor. I can help you through the process and everything like that. But I can only really speak from my experience and what my friends have told me. Is teaching kids online via Zoom better than Skype? I like Zoom because I can write on the screen, as well as I could share my screen. So I pick Zoom. Would a law degree be beneficial to working in the Middle East? That I'm not sure about. Sorry guys, I'm gonna take another sip of water. Sorry, so awkward. It's very important to stay hydrated as a teacher, and it's one thing I never do just because I'm worried about my bathroom breaks because I do 4 hours back to back, but it's very important. Joe, does lesson planning get any easier? It does. You will figure it out. You will find what works for your students, what doesn't work for your students. TEFL has some lesson plan packets. You might want to check those out. Okay, somebody said that they are worried about the age limit. There is no age limit. One of the best teachers on Palfish, like one of the highest ranked with the most hours, is actually in her late 50s, early 60s. No, I'm not supposed to say a woman's age, but no, there is no rule against how old you are. I say rock it. Have fun. If you're a good teacher, that's all that matters. You know what I mean? Like some websites and platforms have followers where you're like, oh wow, that teacher's followed so much. But it depends. Is that teacher getting a set amount of clients? Are they retaining clients? Everything like that, It all boils down to if you are a good teacher. Okay, Frida, you are asking me if it's a better tool to have a laptop or an iPad. I have an iPad because my company accepts an iPad. However, I find many teaching companies are usually a laptop, and that's just what I have seen. So if you have to choose between two and you're not already like fully successful at the one company, I would probably go for a laptop since it will give you more companies to choose from later on. That's my personal opinion. Okay. Angela, you can get course extensions if you need that. I want to teach in Japan after I'm done with my 180-hour job. How hard will it be to teach in Japan? Teaching in Japan is all going to depend on how many jobs they have open right now, if they are allowing people from out of country into their country in the moment, things such as that. However, if you put a good resume in, you go and you crush your interview, anything's possible. How do you spell Palfish? Palfish. Palfish. Yep. Before I start my course, they said you could apply while doing your course online? How does this work? Marco, apply for a teaching job, apply for what? For us, we have to have, for PALFISH at least, we have to have our certificate number before we can apply. Would a band score? Okay, keep it on going. Is there still great demand for online teaching? Absolutely. Okay, I like to say this. Think about how many people there are in the world. Now think about how many countries don't have English as their native language. A lot, which means a lot of people. And there's always new children being born. There are always people later in life that decide for their hobby they want to take up a second language. There is always a demand for online teachers, just as there is for in-school teachers. You know, some people started and then after a year they go, I want to go back in school. That's a new job opening. Honestly, guys, if you want a job, a successful TEFL job, it is more than available for you. It's just your hard work and determination that will get you there. Do you need a work permit to work remotely from, say, Italy as a UK citizen? So it depends. So I don't necessarily have a work visa. I have a family motives visa, which allows me to work. So it's not through marriage. Someone wished me a big congratulations on my engagement last live webinar. I loved it. We aren't married, but I'm on a family motive visa, which allows me to work. With Brexit, not really sure. Every company is going to be different. Sorry, every country is going to be different. Okay. South Africans for online work, there are companies such as Magic Ears, I believe, Preply, italki. You could check out Cambly, the adult side. You could check out Fiverr. You can check out many different companies. Honestly, Eye2Eye has written a blog that I share to all my South African followers that is specific to South Africans. So if you go on Eye2Eye TEFL, you go to their blogs, go to search, type in South African, and then it will pop up. Okay. Sorry guys, just still going. So teaching English online, you could usually do from anywhere in the world. So Naynag, I see that you want to go to Turkey. If it has a good internet connection, you're good to go. Does your salary get affected when you worked less hours? Yes, because you are paid, at least I am paid for each 30-minute class, because my classes are 30 minutes. If I work a little less, I'm going to make a little less. So at my highest point, I made $3,728 in 1 month working on PALFISH. I worked over 330 classes. I was also named one of the top 10 teachers, and I was one of the top seller for package sales. So I did have a bonus two bonuses included in that month. Then I went down to working a more normal schedule. The students were in lockdown. I was making $3,200 those months. And then when students went back to school, now I'm making around like $2,500 to $2,700, $3,000. It really depends. I also take days off now, you know. So your hours and your pay is of course going to depend on how much you work. It is not salary based. Okay. To find a job in China or Japan, you could of course check out lovetefljobs.com, and you can see if they have any job listings on there. If not, you could even email schools over in China and Japan. You could check out other hiring agencies. Yeah. That's what I would recommend. Or if you go over there on vacation, you could kind of, you know, walk into a school and introduce yourself. Okay. Any advice for getting a job in Costa Rica? Like I said, guys, you guys should really just put yourselves out there. Send emails to schools, send emails to agencies if you have to go through an agency. Send an email to info@lovetefljobs.com. Send these emails out. Really put yourself out there. That's one thing I'm going to say. The only people that I've seen that maybe aren't as successful as they should be are the people that haven't given it their all. So really, really, really give it your all and you will be successful. Okay, thank you so much. You rock. Thanks, guys. After completing the course, do you help your students get jobs? Eye to Eye does. Yes, they do. Oh, is there any companies where you don't have to lesson plan? So it's kind of funny. I know so many people always ask me, they say, Audrey, lesson planning. I used to lesson plan, obviously, because at a brick and mortar school, I had to lesson plan for them. I also had to lesson plan for my tutor lessons. However, my favorite thing about Palfish, I do not have to lesson plan, Claudia. They have everything done for me. I just do it. So, Claudia, if you are a native English speaker, if you would like information on that, Palfish is what I would say. And if you need help through the hiring process of Palfish, Travel Rich Money Poor on Instagram, and I can tell you everything you need to know. Yes, Palfish supplies their own lesson plans. Thank you, Palfish. Sorry, guys. It's not that I only like to brag about this company. It's just that these are the most questions and the most experience I have with it. So like I said, I have only worked for Palfish. I haven't worked for any other online companies. And that's because when I applied for Palfish and got started, I hit it hard. I marketed so much. I've even written a 19-page marketing guide to Palfish. Because the most important thing is to show these companies you aren't looking for things to be handed to you. You want to show them that you are going to work your booty off to get what you deserve. So that is, you know, I don't know. Sorry. I lost my rabbit there. No, so what I have to say is with Palfish, they do the nice thing of supplying your lesson plans, but just because you don't have to spend your energy on lesson plans now, for any company, focus that on marketing. Focus that on researching videos of how you are supposed to use your props. Like, I have props here. So these are some of the props I made. Like, how should you use this? Should you cover your face? No, it's interactive. The children gets to pick which reward they want. Things such as that. With lollipops, like colorful props, you can not only use this for rewards, you can use it to teach them counting and colors, you know? So take your free time from not having to lesson plan and switch it into another way of how you can better yourself as a teacher. Any tips on completing the cover letter on your profile? Okay, so CVs, I always say to research the company if you can. You know, you can kind of tailor it to, not be a fake, but tailor it to things that they care more about. As well as, you know, if you don't have any experience, talk about whatever teaching experience you do have, whether that be a job manager or a teacher's aide or extra eye-to-eye classes, things such as that. How to prepare for your interview. Will you need props? Oh, Tracy, honey, yes, you need props. Props are my life. I wish I didn't put my props away. I cleaned up and I'm like, hello, I can show you guys everything. So props. These are my rewards. However, I have realism where I will use fruits, real fruits, and eat it. Pens, pencils, things like that. I then have props such as stuffed animals. I have props such as paper props, flashcards, number cards, hats. Like, I have a headband that has 2 little balls on it, and I've decided that's how I'm going to teach my kids about ants. You know, props are a huge thing. Now, how to prepare for your interview? I always recommend that you type into Google or YouTube, my favorite places, probably YouTube. Type in Palfish interview. Type in Cambly interview. See their successful teachers. And just because they're not on YouTube doesn't make them non-successful. But see what teachers that have been hired for them look like, how they go through it, how they speak. you can tell I have high energy. I'm a blabbermouth when I get on talking about teaching. Sorry, guys. So I have high energy. I have this, I have that. So a lot of people know with Palfish, when they look at me and they see me doing my videos, my Instagram stories, this, and that, they know that, you know, they should have high energy for their interview. Because when I'm talking about Palfish, I'm excited, I'm this, I'm that, I'm showing my props, I'm talking about, you know, different things going on with the company. So what I recommend doing, research your company, then go on YouTube, type in the name of your company, and interview. Do you have a web page or a Facebook page to follow you, or is it just Instagram? So I do have a Facebook page. I'm not as active as I am on my Instagram. However, I will tag it. Everything for me is travel rich, money poor. So I went ahead and posted that in the comments. So yeah, you guys can reach out to me there. As an Italian native speaker wanting to teach English in Italy, should I consider running my online lessons in English only, or would it be helpful to use? That depends. So there are going to be students who need you to speak your native language and English. Like I had one Italian girl, she couldn't understand something. I knew how to say it in Italian. I said it in Italian. Why? Because after 10 minutes of explaining the same thing, she's going to get frustrated that she doesn't understand it. So use your native language to advantage, but don't speak in Italian or your native language the whole entire time. Hi, Linda. As far as asking me about TEFL courses, my only recommendation, reach out to I2I. Or what I would do is go onto their website and look at the differences. But like it says here, like if you're fluent, you should have no problem with that course. So it all depends. Tony, do you need a degree to teach online? Tony, I do not have a... Guys, I am just getting ahead of myself. I'm getting very excited and speaking too fast, sorry. Tony, I do not have a degree, nor will I be getting one to teach online. I have no problem. If you are from US, UK, New Zealand, Australia, Ireland, you can reach out to me. Palfish is hiring and they don't need degrees. A family motives visa. This is, okay, so my boyfriend and I are not married, but we live in the same apartment, so it's almost like a common law marriage in America. But a family motives visa can even be such as if my great-grandpa was from Italy, which he was, but I didn't want to do the paperwork for that one. It was way too much info. You can get a family motives visa, meaning you are in Italy because you had family here and you're allowed to be here. Okay. Sorry, guys. I am still going through. Okay. Could we stay in touch? Angela, yes, feel free to reach out to me on Instagram if you have it. Or if not, you can message me. I also have a Facebook page that is still, of course, Travel Rich, Money Poor. So you can feel free to reach out. Which country does Palfish have schools in? Palfish is a Chinese-based company, so they have, our main student base is China. However, there are students in Italy, in the Netherlands, in the USA. There are students all over the world because their native language, they were brought up speaking Chinese, but they still need to learn English. So, Linda, you can have students from anywhere in the world, but our main base is in China. How long is the I2I course? That depends how long you take to get through it. I took 3 weeks to get through mine. Could you write down your contact information? I need it in writing. Oh, I don't know. Can I reply? Sorry, guys. I'm so bad. Jean, it's travel, rich, money, poor. I know I posted it just in case you didn't see it. Oh, thanks, guys. They linked my Instagram page. Thank you so much. Yes, I have also done a prop guide for you guys. with the Eye to Eye TEFL. So if you are interested, they have a resource pack, which is great. I loved it. I had so much fun creating it with them. And what's nice about that one is I tell you and explain to you how to use props, which seems simple, but it's honestly not. Okay. How much do we charge students? Ooh, that's going to depend. See, some people in Milan, Italy charge $40 an hour. You might get one student where you could charge, 40 euros an hour. However, I had 13 students at $15 an hour. So is one student at $40, 40 euros, dollars, whatever, going to top 13 students at $15? No. So I chose to drop my prices a little bit. I do have a tendency to kind of like drop my prices too much, but it depends on where you live. Always charge your worth though. Okay guys, so if you guys have any other questions, feel free to put them through. The biggest thing about teaching online or teaching in person is of course going to be your determination to do it. I've noticed that some people get worried that they're just not going to succeed, and that's what's stopping them. Make sure that's not what it is, because no matter what, you can succeed in one way or another with TEFL teaching, whether that be in person or online. So do not give up on yourself. And just because one company might have said no to you, doesn't mean that all of the companies are going to say no to you. Keep on trying, keep on trying. Do some teaching jobs offer healthcare pension plans for people? That's going to depend, Fiona. I know you reached out to me about pension plans on Instagram. So my pension plan, I'm going to do myself individually. As far as healthcare, I live in Italy and I have free healthcare. So also my school paid my taxes. Here's another thing to remember. So my school paid my taxes. However, my online school, I pay my own TEFLs. Sorry guys, I just read a comment that said TEFL. I pay my own taxes. So there's going to be pros and cons such as that. On a school such as, a bilingual school, they might have healthcare, they might have pension, they might have those extras. Teaching online, you're going to have to do them yourself. So that is another thing to consider. Let's see. Where did you say you showed how to use props with Eye to Eye? Emma, Eye to Eye has a resource pack that I created for them. Victoria might be able to tag it. I don't have the exact link. So I did the resource pack with them. I also did a video for them, but that is only in their courses. It's about a 15-minute video where I explain everything. I believe one should apply oneself. Robin, that's a great thing to say. I agree. What email ban we use to send emails regarding assistance with employment when talking with Eye to Eye? I think it is info@lovetefljobs.com is what I believe. Your enthusiasm is infectious. Thank you guys. I really love doing this. And the funny thing is I came to Eye to Eye TEFL and I said, look guys, I did my course with you. I worked in a school. I'm now working online. And it's funny to say, but it really did change my life. Before I was an au pair, I made 400 euros an hour. Then I was teaching at a school, which was great because I really got to experience the culture. However, I was making 1,200 euro an hour. Now I'm working online, picking my own schedule, which is right for me in this time period. And I'm making $2,000+ each month. So it's something that I'm really passionate about. And I truly think that if you apply yourself and you just keep on going and don't give up on yourself, it is an amazing career. And really, I was the exact same way. I was like, really, is online teaching a job? It is. And once you're inside of it, you are like, oh my goodness, I didn't know this was a thing. It's absolutely a thing. And it's somewhere you could take anywhere in the world. And the reason why I'm so passionate about it is because my boyfriend actually told me a month before we got notice, he had to do a job transfer. If I was in the school, I couldn't move. I would have to stay. And keep in mind, I live with him. So how would that work? I would either have to quit my job or find a house and live on my own. Being able to work online, no problem. Okay. Boom. Move. No issues. Also, I was in America. I love life in America, but it was tough for me at that point. And, you know, I wanted to travel the world. Boom. Hello. Now I'm living in Italy. It's been 2 years. You know, so it's really something that's amazing and that can actually change your life, as corny as it sounds. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching, of course. Thanks for the information. Would love to stay in touch. I would love to stay in touch with all of you guys. I would absolutely love staying in touch. That's why I give you guys my Instagram, Travel Rich Money Poor, the last time. Because, like, look here, I already have notifications popping, sorry, that really didn't show you, popping up of all you guys. And I have some friends that I've had for over a year due to TEFL's webinar and staying in touch with you guys. Some of my best friends who are now my colleagues, who I helped get online, and now they're successful. So it's not only great seeing like yourself succeed, but when you're able to help others and watch them succeed. You know, I have a friend that texts me, she's like, oh my goodness, I have this many appointments, now I have this many appointments. Or, oh my goodness, I was this level last month, now I'm this level. Someone said, oh, my goal was to make 400 euros. She said, I tripled that in 1 month. You know, so it's amazing. It's really great staying in touch and seeing where TEFL takes you guys. I really, really love it. How long does it take level 5 diploma? I'm not sure how long that takes to finish up, unfortunately. Hi, Audrey. Martina, Martina, do the essay. Also reach out to TEFL because they do have tutors to help support you through that essay. Please do more videos in the future. Does help when you're studying and this is new, can be overwhelming. It really can be overwhelming. I did not have anyone I knew that did the TEFL until later on. That was like half a year later. Then I had someone that had done the TEFL who was online and I was in school. So it was great that she could help me transition over. It's something that seems really scary, but I promise you guys, it is definitely possible. And if you guys want more with me and eye, feel free to let them know that as well. Now let's keep on seeing. Okay, guys, it's kind of time to just wrap this up. I'm going to wait just 1 more minute to see if you guys have any questions. However, I just want to let you guys know that it was a great webinar. I love chatting with you guys, even if I talk too much or too fast. You guys did an absolutely awesome job. And now it's just, you know, you are asking the questions that are going to set you up for success. So now it's time that you really just dive into it. Do your research before you even graduate. Start looking to companies. Start creating props. Like, enjoy the whole process of it. And, you know, that's one thing I think is so important. It's just really to enjoy all the steps that are going to get you through and get you into becoming a TEFL teacher. You know, watch up, look up and watch TPR videos, look up and watch prop videos, find props online, look up how to lesson plan, everything like this. You know, it's going to make it possible for you guys to be awesome, sorry, I won't swear, be awesome teachers. So guys, I have to hop off because it is time to go. But you guys, if you need one last time, go ahead and follow me, Travel Rich Money Poor. Reach out to me. Just let me know what your TEFL idea is, what TEFL journey you want to go on. I absolutely love talking about TEFL, as you can tell. So guys, I will see you next time. Thank you guys for coming and joining. Have a great night or a great day wherever you are. And I will chat to you soon. Okay, bye guys.